We're gonna make our very own sourdough starter. And then we're gonna make a pizza. Because pizza's much more forgiving than bread. We don't need as much pop.
Life can be a struggle, but a good meal doesn't have to be. We can make creative, nutritious, and inventive dishes that won't break the bank. We'll eat well and save money, because that's what we do. Welcome to Struggle Meals.
There's yeast naturally in the air. It's just flour and water, and natural yeast is gonna do its thing. There is another ingredient, time. Whisk, and just get that together. It's gonna give this a little hat. So this is perfect. It's breathable, and bugs can't get in. So this is literally gonna ferment and grow, which means it's gonna rise. So what I like to do is put a rubber band right here so you can kind of know where you were at when you started, and then when you come back, it'll be above the rubber band. So this is a great indicator of whether or not your pet is alive. So leave this out for about 24 hours. You want this in kind of a warm part of your house. So it's been a day. It's laundry day. Clearly I need to do laundry. Very little happened. This is true, but this is also to be expected. It's a baby. We have to discard half every day. Otherwise we'd end up with an exponentially larger starter. And if you don't feed it, eventually all the food will go away and the yeast will die off. So that's why we feed it fresh flour and water every day. So mix it real good. It should be pretty flowy. Gonna reset our rubber band, top on, continue this process of discarding half and feeding it every day for a week. Keep an eye on it, Piggy. So don't get discouraged if yours doesn't look exactly like mine. Just stay in it, keep feeding it. It might be a little slower, it might be a little faster. Just stay in the game. As this grows, it's gonna get bigger, it's gonna get more bubbly, and it's gonna have this sour aroma. Bubbly, sour smelling. This is gonna be the yeast for our pizza dough. This is what's gonna rise the whole dough. All right, gonna get about half a cup of our starter here. And at this point, it only needs to be fed once a week and it's gonna live in the fridge. There are yeasts that are passed down through generations and they're just fed once a week. It's maintenance. You can start to take to discard and give it to other people. Boom, family tree has split off. You end up having a very uniquely your own flavor. That's what's so cool about this. Now we're making pizza. We're gonna put in flour. We've got our starter underneath. Gonna add a little bit of salt. We add water, we add a little bit of oil. We're gonna go to the package drawer and grab some honey. Sugar is a simple carbohydrate, and that's gonna wake up the starter even more, get it going. Get this moving all around. You can see our mixing with the water a little bit. So let's make a nice smooth ball here. This has come together. When it sits up tall like this, it's like a muscle that's been worked, right? You can tell that the gluten has happened. And I put my finger on it and it bounces back. So we're gonna let it chill. The gluten's gonna relax, but also the sourdough is gonna eat all this fresh flour and the honey, and it's gonna rise again. So we're gonna put a little oil in our bowl here. I'm gonna put a little oil on my dough ball here, keeping this hydrated. And then the final thing we need to do is keep the air out. We wanna keep this humidity high. We're gonna let this sit overnight and well into the next day, about 24 hours. So now we just wait. Look, there's height to it now. You can tell that it's chilled because it's become wider. You can also tell that it's risen quite a bit. The eagle-eye viewer will also notice that I still haven't done my laundry yet. I'm still wearing the same thing. I mean, it smells both like fresh dough and alcohol-y fermented at the same time, which is great. Pull it a little bit, fold it like that, fold it, stretch it a little, fold it. At this point, we're just gonna put a towel on top and let the gluten relax once again. It's time to make it happen. We're gonna make a grandma pizza. Grandma, by the way, makes better food than most of us, but the deal with grandma pizza is that it's always rectangular. A sheet tray is the easiest way to make pizza in the home oven. Grandma pizza, okay? We're gonna just degas this a little bit and stretch it a little bit the long way. Oh, it does smell like sourdough. And we're gonna use a wine bottle to make the rest of this happen. So we'll go from the middle out, like that. Try to get some width to it here. I'm just trying to get this into the corners a bit here. So this is looking good. You can see it's not shrinking back. It's at the corners of the pan. I'm very happy. Let's top this. I got some pizza sauce here. It could be as simple as a can of tomatoes that's crushed by hand. Freshly grated mozzarella. You should be able to see some sauce through. You don't want to over cheese. If you order a pepperoni pizza in Italy, you get a pizza with peppers on it because pepperoni are peppers. You want pepperoni proper? Salami picante. I'm gonna put some black olives also. They add a pop of contrast and they're briny. Briny is good. It's time to go in the oven. Aromas of pizza are the best in the world. You gotta have the red pepper flakes, the Pepe Rosso, okay? Package roll. New York style. All over. Very, very nice. Don't forget the basil. Sweet flavors will amaze you. This is where it's at. Look at that. Oh, yes. I love it. My stomach is growling. I must cut into this immediately. The aroma's intoxicating. It's 95 cents a serving. In general, you don't want to buy any slice of pizza that costs less than a Subway ride. That's the rule of thumb where I'm from. And this is 3 times cheaper than a Subway ride. It's a win! Oh.
New York classic slice, melty gooey mozzarella.
Oh, my ancestors came up with this.
Crispy
Pizza!
Alfredo. Who's the best? He's gonna tell ya.
Ah, I taste the sourness, and it's beautifully complemented by the spice of the pepperoni and the red pepper flakes, the aromatics of the fresh basil, and the gooey unctuousness of the cheese. I mean, this is the complete package right here. Let's rewind just a week. A week ago, what did we do? We're gonna make our very own sourdough starter. And what did that do? It cultivated the wild yeast in the air and in the flour, and we fed it day after day. Now we are eating the wonderful fruits of all that labor in our grandma sheet tray pizza.